Yo, what up? It's me, Boxing Chaos, once again. The question was how to cut images out. There's lots of ways to do it with different programs. There's Corel Knockout. There's Fluid Mask, I believe, is the leader in this technology. Don't quote me on that, but the last time I checked, I think it was Fluid Mask. There's another leading competitor, but I really don't remember the name. I'll have to Google it, and maybe I'll post it in the forum later. But basically, your question was, how do I do it? I just zoom in, then I take my lasso tool, and I'll use the freehand selection, and I'll use the point-to-point, because there's different ones. There's Edge Seeker, Freehand, Smart Edge, point-to-point. But I use point-to-point with the replace mode. No feather, no range, no smoothness. I leave it set to anti-alias. And I just kind of zoom in here. Like I just work around. Let's start with the hair. And just kind of go just like inside. Just kind of look at what I'm doing there. If I go too far outside, the blue will show up. I can always get rid of the blue later. It doesn't have to be really perfect, but as you can see, I'm kind of like going inside, and if you see where the shadows start to form, you kind of go a little bit inside more, because the shadows kind of make it look dark. And then I just keep working my way around about like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, because you can always add shadow, or you can smooth it. And like I said, roughly this takes about 3 minutes, depending on how much of a stickler you are. As you can see, I'm just going point to point. Okay? And then basically, let's say I went all the way around. Let's go here. I'll just cut off his head for now, just for the showing of this tutorial. Probably saying, wow, that's work. Well, yeah, like I said, there's plugins. I haven't been able to master these plugins. I noticed that when they do the tutorials, they do it all fine and dandy, but when it comes to me having to do it, I don't get the same results, even though I'm following what they're doing. I guess these guys are pros, and they're really good at it. These are actually the software developers, and they choose certain images, I'm sure, that they've tried and tested. You can always use the delete key if you're not happy with, if you made like a mistake, you can use delete, 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 and it'll just keep going backwards for you. So let me just finish up here, and I'm going to touch on one thing about the inside of the arm. And when I'm close to the point, I'll just double click. Now I'll just hit Control X, and I'll make a new canvas, and I'll make it transparent, and then I'll just copy and paste that on. I'll copy and paste that onto my canvas here. Let me and there you have it. And I can just add some shadow to it. Let's see. You know, you can add shadow to it, whatever. I'm not even sure if that's the right perspective, but that's pretty much how I do it. Alright, let me close this real quick. Now, as you can see inside here, inside the arm, once you finish cutting all the way around, you'll have this part blue. Okay? What you want to do after you have the image, let's go look at the actual image I have here. Let's drag and drop this over here. When you cut inside here, as you can even see, there's blue in here. So you have to kind of get it even tighter. I didn't do it that tight because I ended up shrinking it. But for me to kind of get rid of that blue, I can use the soften tool maybe. Just kind of make it smoother there. You can do that with some of the edges. You could even use the push tool here because it's kind of deformed. You couldn't tell in the Siggy, but this. I could actually push that in just a little bit, adjust the size, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. That was your question. How do I do it? Like I said, there's other plugins. I hope this helped. Peace.